Hi, this is Dawn from Ninja Bunny Crochet. Today I have for us to do this cute little can cozy. I did this in a red, white, and blue pattern for the 4th of July. I figured it's close to the 4th of July, so why not? I made this using Lily's Sugar and Cream yarn in the color red, hot blue, and then I used Peaches and Cream yarn for the white. The balls of Lily Sugar and Cream are 4 ounces. They have approximately 200 yards in each, and I believe both brands are 100% cotton. This is 100% cotton, and the Lily Sugar and Cream I believe is 100% cotton too. Let me just double check for you. Yes, 100% cotton. So both brands are 100% cotton. The Lily Sugar and Cream ball is a 2.5 ounce ball and 120 yards. You won't need all of this yarn to make one can cozy. This was about 3/4 of an ounce of yarn, so not much yarn at all. Probably about 30-40 yards, I would say, maybe 60 yards tops is what you'll need to make this can cozy. You could do it in acrylic yarn if you want. That's completely up to you. This is a medium 4 worsted weight yarn too, so but like I said, you don't have to use that type of yarn, but it's what I used. I would recommend a cotton yarn because cotton is more absorbent, so if your can sweats, the cotton yarn will absorb that better than the acrylic yarn. So I used a H hook or a 5.0 millimeter hook. You will need a yarn needle to weave in your ends and a pair of scissors. So why don't we grab our hooks, grab our yarn, and let's get started making some can cozies. To start the can cozy, we're going to start with a magic ring. Sometimes it's called a cinch circle. So place your yarn over your first 2 fingers, hold it with your thumb, and wrap it around your fingers to form an X on the back of your fingers. Place your hook underneath the bottom strand, turn it around and grab the top string and pull it up and twist. Grab your working yarn and chain stitch. Since we're going to be working with half double crochet, chain 1 more time. And we're going to place 8 half double crochets into the magic ring. That chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Once you have your 8 half double crochets, grab your tail and cinch up your circle or your magic ring. Now we're going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet we made. If you're not sure where it is, just count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To start round 2, we're going to chain 2. Doesn't count as a stitch. And half double crochet into that same stitch twice. That's called an increase when you place place 2 stitches into the same stitch. So place 2 half double crochets into each stitch around. Don't worry if your cinch circle opens up a little bit, just grab your tail and tighten it back up. Once we get a couple rounds on, you can take your tail and we can sew that down so it won't open back up again. So please continue placing 2 half double crochets into each stitch until you come back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 2. We now have 16 half double crochets, and we're going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet that we made. Chain 2 and half double crochet back into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into. Then place 2 half double crochets or half double crochet increase into the next stitch. 1 half double crochet into the next, and half double crochet increase into the next. One into the next, and increase into the next. That's the repeat all the way around. 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets. Please complete this all the way back till you get back to the beginning, and I'll meet up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 3. We have 24 half double crochets. We are done increasing. To start round 4, we're going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet that we made, chain up 2, half double crochet into the same stitch we just half double crocheted in, in the next stitch we're going to do a front post half double crochet. How we do this is we yarn over the hook, we're going to enter the post from the front going towards the back, and we're going to pop back out the front. Yarn over and pull up a loop and complete the half double crochet as normal. Again, yarn over the hook, enter the post from the front, come out the front, yarn over the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over again, and pull through all 3 loops. We're going to go to the next post, yarn over the hook, enter the post from the front, come out again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Continue this all the way up till you get back to the beginning, all the way around, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. At the end of this round, we're going to change colors. I'm at the end of round 4. We have 24 stitches. We're going to slip stitch into that first half double crochet that we made, but this time we're going to be changing colors, so we're going to pull up our next color, which is going to be white. We're going to go ahead and start off our chain 2, and then we're going to snip off the red and tie the 2 ends together. We can weave those in afterwards. Let's get some yarn out. Okay, now we're ready to start round 5. We're going to start with a double crochet in the same stitch we just slip stitched into. Then the next stitch we're going to do a single crochet. Then the next stitch a double crochet. And in the next stitch a single crochet. Then a double. And that is going to be the repeat all the way around. Single, double, single, double. And when you get around to your last stitch, you should end with a single crochet. I will meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 6. We still have 24 stitches, and we're going to slip stitch into that first stitch that we made. To start round 6, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to single crochet into the first stitch, or into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into. Then double crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the next, double crochet into the next, and single crochet into the next, double crochet into the next, and that's the repeat all the way back around. Single, double, single, double. When we get back around to the beginning, we're going to change colors again. This time we're going to change to the blue. I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 6. The last stitch was a double crochet. We're going to slip stitch into the top of the last stitch, and we're going to bring in our blue color now. Make sure we get both loops, drop the white, and we're going to bring in our blue. So just like before, bring in the next color. I'm going to chain up 2, snip off our white, and tie these 2 together. Now you can work over the ends of these. You can work over these if you want, but I usually just tuck them in and then weave them in later. It's really up to you. So now to start round 7, stitch wise it's going to be basically the same as round 5 and 6. So we're going to start with a double crochet in the same stitch we just slip stitched into, single crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next, single in the next, double in the next, single in the next, double in the next. Repeat this all the way around, and you should end with a single crochet. Then you're going to repeat round 6, and that'll end with a double crochet. So I'll meet back up with you at the end of round 8, and we're going to change colors again to the red. We're at the end of round 8. We still have 24 stitches. We're going to slip stitch into the top of the first stitch that we made. We're going to drop our blue, and we're going to pull up the red. Sorry about that. Let's try that again. Chain 2 and snip off the blue. Let's tie those ends together just like we did before. Now we're ready to start round 9 and 10. I'm going to again be the same as round 5 and 6. I'm going to start with a double crochet. And a single crochet, double crochet, and a single crochet. Again, we're going to repeat rounds 5 and 6 for rounds 9 and 10, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of round 10. I'm at the end of round 10. We're going to drop our red and we're going to pull up white. Chain up the 2, flip the work, grab our tails, tie them, and then we can snip off the red. Now for rounds 11 through 16, you're going to repeat rounds 5 through 10 one more time. So you're going to have a stripe of white, a stripe of blue, and a stripe of red. So please repeat rounds 5 through 10 for rounds 11 through 16, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of 16 so we can finish off with an invisible finish, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm at the end of round 16. We still have 24 stitches. I did my last double crochet. I'm just going to pull the yarn straight up, and we're going to thread up our yarn needle so we can finish off. Okay, looking at the top of our stitches, we're going to go in to the stitch, to this stitch right here, pull it over, and down back into the same stitch it just came out of. So it looks like we have another stitch right there, just like that. Let me turn this around like this so you can see the inside. And we're just going to weave it under some of the fibers here like this. Just go back and forth a few times, weaving it under just like you would if you were weaving in another end, so that you got this secure. And it looks just like you can't really tell where you started and where you stopped. Once you've wove it under a few times where you're confident that it won't come out, you can go ahead and snip that off. there and just snip that right off. And there your edge. You can see where the edge is. You can't really tell where you started and where you stopped. That's a better view. Hey, you just have to weave all your ends in that are inside, and then you'll have your can cozy will be ready to put a can in. Just like the one right here that I already have a can in. So if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that bell. Thanks for watching, and happy crocheting! Bye-bye!